Now I want to talk about what's happening in America, but I want to start first of all by talking about what's happening in the world. You don't have to agree with me. I'll give you some things that are fact, and I will give you some things that are my personal opinion or my assessment of the situation. But as I look at what's happening in the Middle East, we've seen a lot of things that are happening right now in areas that have been relatively quiet for the last couple of decades. We saw the situation in Tunisia flare up where President Ali was ousted, and then President Mubarak. We see an uprising in Libya today that is on the verge of ousting Muammar Gaddafi, and then you see the same thing going on in Yemen, Bahrain, Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan. And it could spread into other areas, like the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, places like that. And in fact, there is a flare-up in Saudi Arabia right now. But what does all this mean? What's behind it? What's at the fruit? Well, let me tell you that I sincerely hope that what I'm about to tell you is absolutely wrong. I hope that I am proven wrong in what I'm about to say. Mainstream media has reported that this is a great democratic uprising in the Middle East. This is an opportunity for freedom and democracy, Jeffersonian democracy in the Middle East. And I will tell you that I do not personally believe that that is the case. I believe that at the very foundations of what's happening in the Middle East is, in fact, an organization called the Muslim Brotherhood. Now, I want to tell you that I've seen this before. And I was about probably 5 or 6 weeks ago when all of this started. I was on Glenn Beck's program. And I love doing Glenn Beck's program. I've done it 3 or 4 times because he's the only guy I know that's more ADD than I am. Okay? People say to me, why do you go on that guy's program? I say, it makes me feel good. He's worse than I am. This is the one thing I would say about Beck, though, is regardless of what your opinion is, prove it wrong. Show me something that he said was not right. What you probably don't realize is he has 40 researchers that research everything he says. He doesn't go on without having his facts. Having said that, I told Glenn Beck on his program that I said, Glenn, I will look you in the eye and I'll tell you that in the end, you're going to see Islamic republics in these countries where the rulers are being overthrown right now. What is an Islamic republic? It means that it is a nation that lives under Sharia law. Sharia law is Islamic law. I'll come back in a moment and talk about that. But I've seen it before. In 1979, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini was in exile in Paris. He was sending audio tapes and letters into his supporters in Iran. And he was talking about democracy. And he was saying, overthrow the Shah and we'll have democracy in Iran. Overthrow the Shah and I'll come back and bring democracy. Well, the Shah was overthrown in January of 1979. The Ayatollah returned from exile in Paris in February. And the 1st of April, the Ayatollah declared Iran to be an Islamic republic, meaning that he established Sharia law. What is Sharia law? It is Islamic law. It comes from 2 primary sources, the Quran, the Holy Book, and the Hadith. The Hadith is about a 9-volume set of observations of the Prophet Muhammad. Sharia law is the law that allows for beheadings. Sharia law is the law that allows a man to beat his wife. Sharia law cuts off the hand of the thief and the foot of the thief. Sharia law encourages honor killings and allows for genital mutilation of women. Sharia law demands that anyone who leaves the Islamic faith must be put to death. Sharia law stones a woman for adultery. And it goes on and on and on. And by the way, I know what I'm talking about because I got the book. And it's a book called Reliance of the Traveler. It is an authenticated English language version of Sharia law. It's about that thick. I keep it next to my bed. I read it. In fact, I was reading it one night and I was telling my wife, if you refuse sex, I can beat you. I got a black eye